Hey, guys, come on in here. Hey, Einziger, everyone. Yeah, we had a big bachelor party over at Scores. I swear to God.
I completely forgot.
I don't know how this guy Lonnie at Scores does it. I got to compliment this guy. You know, we talk about in America how people don't care about their jobs anymore and they don't put their heart into it. There's a guy named Lonnie. What's Lonnie's last name?
Lonnie Hanover.
Yeah. There's a guy named Lonnie Hanover who I got to say.
Giving it his all? Is that what you're saying?
All Americans should look up to Lonnie Hanover because this guy. Good. Go ahead, applaud. You should. I want to point out an individual who loves his job, who goes into work and does anything right. When this happens in America, you got to applaud somebody. This Lonnie Hanover.
This must have been some great party.
I got to tell you, Robin, I go over to Scores. Now, first of all, understand Lonnie's obstacle. This was Good Friday. A lot of the girls are religious. They have to get home.
They have to get home to their families.
Whatever.
Hey, Robin,
I thought most of them live at the bus station.
Don't make fun. There was a girl that was in the middle of dancing, and then she looked at her watch. She goes, "I got to go. I got to get a flight to Texas."
Right. A state I can't go to. But anyway, so we're there, and here it is on Good Friday, and all of New York City is empty because people are hustling and bustling.
That's absolutely true. There was no one in New York.
All the Jews were on the road for their Passover Seders. The Christians prepared for Easter. And this Lonnie Hanover, I don't know where God found him and how he made him and put him on this earth. But this is a guy who rounded up 40 women. And I got to tell you something.
40 beautiful?
I tell you something. There was a blonde. I really have to get together with her again. We got to have a party on today. Let's have a party.
Now, did you feel that you had a rapport with her?
Yes.
Because so did I. And so did Ronnie.
The big blonde?
Yeah, the big blonde.
What's her name? What was her first name?
I don't remember.
I don't know. But this woman, she was as good looking as, like I saw her in the light. You know what I mean? She was like a penthouse pet.
She looked as good as the girl you just looked at?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
How?
You know who I mean?
No, I think I know. I think I saw you hanging with her.
And then there was one from Hungary. She was unbelievable.
That's Hungary.
Hungary.
Not hungry.
Right, from hunger. But there was one from Hungary. And then I spent most of my night with a black lady.
I saw her.
Yeah.
Or I saw her ass a lot.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Wasn't she part of a 1-2 punch, the black girl and the Oriental?
I didn't see any Orientals. No. I had requested no Orientals at the party.
Well, one snuck in because there was a black girl and Oriental that were trying to double team everybody.
No, there was this black girl. No, she was a Puerto Rican.
What?
That was not an Oriental, Jackie. In the dark, she might have looked Oriental. But
did you notice that, like, now that we've done this a bunch of times, it's not as uncomfortable? Like, they're sort of used to us, and we're sort of used to them. And
I know what he's talking about.
So there wasn't that uncomfortable moment?
There was only one thing wrong with the whole party.
What?
We got there at about 11:30, and we're waiting around till 12 till the girls come in. The girls were already there. And you know what it is? And then Lonnie explained he waits for the guys to finish eating. And I said, Lonnie, I'm not here to eat. I have limited time today. You know, can the girls come in the second we walk in?
You know what? He ate into your
Well, I lost a half hour of time. I lost a half hour of time because I had to leave ahead of all these guys.
Lunch.
You know what happens, Howard? What happens is I have to wait for Lonnie to give me the money to distribute it, and I feel uncomfortable walking in and going, hey, cough it up.
I'll arrange that, because Lonnie, you know...
Lonnie was standing around waiting for everybody to stop eating. That's when I ran in and said, everybody clear the table.
Did you eat? I don't eat.
No, I didn't eat.
I ain't looking... In fact, from now on, tell Lonnie we don't need food.
We put some food in the outside room or something.
Some crackers and cheese. Yeah,
you can't have girls and food at the same time?
One thing is...
I'm not there to eat. If I want to eat, I'll go to a restaurant.
Why do the girls have to wait until the food is gone?
I don't know.
No, what happens is all the guys, like what happened even the other day is all the guys sit down, they start eating, then the girls came in and the guys will have plates and the guys just don't want to leave their plates.
It's fine with me. Don't leave your plate.
That's your business.
That's your business.
I know.
Thank you.
The last time I went, though, we sat and waited for them to bring the food out. This time when we walked in, the food was already there and hot and ready to go.
Yeah, but it still killed a half hour. And quite frankly, I wouldn't have
holding you up.
I wouldn't have cared, but I had to get home.
How much time did you have there?
Well, the party didn't get going until about noon, so I had till 2 o'clock.
No, you left at like 2:30.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I kept going. What time? But you know what? My last half hour was like, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here.
And you're constantly watching.
Yeah. I need to relax and unwind.
It's so funny because your hair's all disheveled when you leave.
Yeah, there's a lot of you gotta fix yourself up when you go home.
Like you've been through a war.
So I came home from Scores and I was like all sexed up, because I was really. I mean, imagine being aroused for over 2 hours.
Well, just think of it. First, you had all those girls in here that you painted their breasts.
Right.
And then you went over to Scores.
Exactly. So I had a full day of sexuality. So I get home and I see my wife. She's getting ready for the company, and the kids and everything are all over the place.
Just how angry did you get at her?
I walked in the house and I said, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Allison. I've been staring at a lot of naked women today. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm completely charged up, and I need to release. So, get in the bathroom and bend over the sink. I'm going to make love to you right now. So she goes, not now. I only, I want to meditate. We meditate. I want to meditate. I'm very tired right now. And I go, Allison, don't you understand? I'm in a sexually aroused state.
You need some tantric meditation.
Yeah, I need you to help me out. She goes, I need to rest, and then the kids, and then. So I couldn't believe this. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I said, you know what? I'm going to take a shower. So the stink of all these girls' perfume is off of me. And you're gonna prepare yourself. I come out. She has the door locked, and she didn't want to hear from me.
You're kidding.
No, she wouldn't give me sex.
Well, I don't blame her.
No, it wasn't because she was mad at me. It was because she just doesn't give me sex.
No, I think that when you come home and say, I've been looking at a lot of other naked women, get your dress up.
Turn around.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that, Robin.
Well, let me say
She's
something.
She's just too busy. She goes, you come home. I'm in the middle of getting ready for your parents. Your parents are going to be here soon. You can't just walk in the door and want to have sex.
But let me say something to you. This is not a one-time thing with you. This is, pretty much your lifestyle now. That you get all sexed up in here from women, and then she's supposed to do something for you. And I think it may have an effect.
Then Saturday I wake up and I said, hey, let's have some sex. Oh, no, we don't have time in the afternoon. We have to get going. Blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, no sex. She goes, Tonight, Saturday night. Oh, I'm waiting. Saturday night, I'm half asleep. So I'm completely aroused and, and twitching and everything.
You never got a release?
Never.
I'm surprised your head didn't explode.
I think I might have released myself.
I was going to say,
I think I did.
Is there anybody here that didn't?
Yeah, man. Hey, did anybody see Einziger once during the whole bachelor party? It was his bachelor party.
I was seeing.
I wouldn't even know. I didn't see anybody. I saw Ralph for about 13 seconds when I came up for air.
I noticed Scott once, I think.
I saw him from time to time, but every time I saw him, he had this big, goofy, drunken smile on. Even though he wasn't drunk. No, he wasn't drunk.
And these girls at Scores, man, they really know what to say to you. Like, I go, boy, you have to tell this black girl. I'm really into black women, evidently.
She was great.
She was smoking.
She was.
Yeah.
I mean, since you right.
She didn't even know who I was.
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she was.
Because she just came in from Florida.
Yeah, I don't know.
I liked it. She goes, I don't know who you are. I go.
Doesn't matter.
I go. You know what? I like that. I give her an extra 20. I said, here, not for knowing who I was and being so nice.
Well, I don't know who you are.
She goes, I know everyone's telling me you've got some kind of show. She says, but I'm from Florida. I don't know what's going on.
I get up late.
Yeah,
so then, what did she say to you?
She goes, I go, yeah. I said, Florida, huh? That must be pretty hot. I said, boy, I wouldn't mind taking you on a vacation somewhere. She goes, yes, but you'd have to bring along a white girl, too, so you have black and white. I was like, whoa. She goes, my black skin against her white skin, that would really turn you on, wouldn't it? I said, yes. Look out is right. Look out. Look out.
Oh, my goodness, all the weirdos she must have been.
Oh, yeah.
Weirdo. Nothing weird about that.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. She had nice everything.
She's good. Great assortment of women. Really, just a great assortment.
Yeah, Lonnie outdid himself over at Scores.
Best ever. I think everybody agrees.
Yeah.
It was also good.
And were they new girls? You didn't see the same?
A lot of new girls.
All new girls.
I saw like two. I saw two that I remembered. Girl with black hair.
Yeah.
And it was darker than usual, too. Which is really good.
No, I told Lonnie, I want pitch black. I don't want to see anybody.
There was
Jolynn wasn't there?
Jolynn, my girlfriend, wasn't there.
Jolynn. She's good, but she's got to wait for the rotation.
I don't know why she wasn't there.
You know what the funniest thing was? We're all in, it's a regular thing now. So when the girls were starting to come in, before they walked in, we were chanting, like, because we were done with the food, and it's like, girls.
And Neil's yelling out, whores.
Yeah, well, like two girls.
He's like, that guy's nuts.
He gets belligerent because, I don't know why he gets belligerent.
Next time we're doing Robin's thing, we're gonna wear togas. I decided.
Toga.
We gotta find an excuse to go there every day. Jackie, how'd you like it?
I loved it.
I saw because you stayed later than me.
Well, I only stayed about 5 or 10 minutes later.
Oh, really?
Didn't he have someplace to go?
No.
When you were walking out, Neil had one of the girls over his shoulder. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he doesn't actually get dances and stuff. He just takes them
He just takes them like meat.
He is a third grader.
He is. He had a girl over his shoulder. He says, "I'm taking this one home." Like a caveman. Was dragging her out of the place.
Right, that's the only way you can get one.
Yeah.
And he's the only. He like watches everyone else. He's not really doesn't appear to be into what he's doing.
No.
Yeah, he does. He is sort of.
And everyone's starting to think like Neil's a homo, but it can't be.
All
it can't
I know
be.
is that the only time Neil got a lap dance, it was from Gay Rich.
Gay Rich wasn't there, unfortunately.
Yeah, finals. It was a shame.
Yeah.
Which ruined Neil's day.
Scott, still getting married, huh?
Yeah.
Douche.
So what did you do there,
Stupid.
Scott?
What was that?
What did you do?
I was talking about Scott with someone. Scott had a few drinks.
Did you toast him?
No one paid attention to it. I don't care less if he was
It
there.
didn't really matter if I was there or not.
I don't think I saw you once.
In the beginning, I think I saw you. And when you were leaving, I thanked you.
Did you?
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that was you.
He was too dizzy from women to even
Was that
know.
you sitting next to me on the couch, or was that
No.
guy Doug there?
Doug was there, but I don't
Oh,
think
he was?
sitting next
Yeah,
to
he
you.
sat next to me. I looked over to see if Ralph was there. It was Doug.
Oh.
I didn't know who it was. I thought it was you.
No.
So did you get to see all 40 women, Howard, or did you stick with
I went through quite a few.
Yeah.
What you do is you sample like 3 or 4 of them.
Until you find one that you really click with.
And then you don't let go.
You stay with her for about an hour.
I told you I spent most of the day with the black woman. Dion.
All I know is I just kept hear this mumbling from the corner. 50%, 50%.
Shut up, Ralph.
Is that
Stupid
his
idiot.
lame attempt at a joke?
Yeah, that's Ralph joking.
Actually, Robert, it was pretty funny. I was handing out the money. So Ronnie had that big, beautiful blonde, and I remember her from last time. But you couldn't get near her, song after song after song, and Ronnie kept
Ronnie's
saying,
paying her.
and I said, gee, he's got to get sick of her soon. And then Ronnie go, Gary, you got more money? So I must have fed Ronnie money for like the 3rd time, and he goes, you got more money? I said, not unless you give up that blonde. You're not getting a dime.
Yeah.
This is the only way you can move him along.
Well, I was late and I had to leave, and Ronnie, I said to Ronnie, I said, Ronnie,
you ruined his good time.
No, I said, get the car. He goes, I can't right now.
I know.
And I was like, no, I want to go.
You were at the front door, and Ronnie was still in the door.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, I'm looking for the car outside. So I don't know. It was pretty wild. I was all sexed up. I can't take it after a while.
It always goes the same way, though. There's 40 girls, and there's like 15 of them that know what to do.
And the rest don't.
Rest of them get like all pissed off. They get, some of them were like in
They
the
don't
street
get
clothes
any money?
by like one.
I know.
You know what?
It's
They're like
survival.
they're down in the lower room, like smoking cigarettes and hanging out. They're like in the dugout. They're like the second team.
Yeah.
But they're like, you could tell when they've given up because they actually go and get plates and start eating.
Yeah. If you snooze, you lose. And there's some girls who just don't know how to work the room, and then there's some that do.
Don't they realize this is a competition? It's not like...
This is exactly what Darwin had in mind.
Some girl played me like a piano. Just said that she liked me, and if I I'd stay with me the whole night.
I know.
That's
Ralph
what you got to do with these guys.
Ralph was in a corner having a great time with one of the dancers, and Ralph goes, you got to have this one dance for you. But she came over to me, she seemed more into Ralph, so I just said, go back to Ralph. I was having a perfectly fine... Ralph seems like... Ralph thinks he's going to audition.
Why does he want to deal you?
I don't know.
Girl?
Ralph had one girl. I don't know if it was a dance or a date.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That big, tall blonde.
She was incredible. I'm still thinking about her.
We're just like horny guys. Einziger, how could you get married, man? You know what? You're not a bad... We were discussing you mean someone else.
Yeah.
You're real... I think you're a good... I don't know, Robin. Isn't he kind of a handsome guy?
He's a cute guy.
He's a cute guy. He has real bad posture and carries himself bad, like kind of a wuss.
Right, he's kind of
If he stood up.
If he stood up and got into some...
he doesn't have much of a spine.
Yeah, and stopped acting like a girl.
I don't do that.
You know what it is? You've been working at E too long. You're too damn effeminate.
I think he was this way all along.
Yeah, right. But he's not a bad-looking guy and everything. And he can be getting dates with different girls. He's a TV producer, executive producer.
He's got a show he could get women on.
Dude, you're making a big mistake. I'm telling you, I know.
Well, you didn't convince him at the bachelor party.
You told me that when I got the scores.
Yeah.
You didn't even say, hey, how you doing?
No, what did I say to you?
You said, dude, what's going on? What are you doing?
Yeah, but wait a second. If it wasn't for Scott, we wouldn't have been there, so.
When I was getting married, you know how many guys came up to me, Allison's uncles, and said, stupid, what are you doing? And I didn't know. I didn't know things, could change.
I got to tell you, you told me all that when I was getting married.
Yeah.
So, it'd be 3 years in July.
Yeah.
I think when Einziger said he was getting married, I said, welcome to the club, sucker.
Yeah. I know. But you guys, I don't understand. You guys were already older, and you were starting. Gary, you were getting tons of women off the show. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, it was a lot of things, but mostly, I met somebody that I really liked, and also I don't want to be I don't want to be the grandfather at high school graduation either. I want to start a family. I don't want to be.
You mean you were dying to have kids?
Yeah, I wanted to have kids.
You had a nesting instinct. I don't know, man.
Kids.
Yeah, right.
Party your whole life.
Yeah. I gotta tell you,
be quiet.
I got in the car, and
I got a point of view.
I got in the car and I went home, and the whole car reeked of cheap perfume.
Yeah, I know.
So I say to myself, oh man, when I get home, what am I gonna do?
You do stink like the girls.
Yeah, because as soon as your wife smells it on you, then it's like So I got in, and I was smacked into reality by my wife having a play group with a bunch of little kids. So I ran upstairs and changed all my clothes and threw them in the hamper.
Burned your clothes.
Upstairs and changed it when they
That's funny. Nah. It was a good time, though. What was that?
Time?
What?
Did anybody get a hard time? No.
Jackie, you get a hard time from Nancy?
Nope.
Not really?
She don't like the idea, but, she rolls with it.
Yeah.
They throw comments in.
Hey, it was all... Hey, you can't get in trouble for just checking out a few girls.
But Jackie hit me with one that his wife gave him that I get all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, hope you had a good time at your bachelor party. Like, it's not mine,
it's yours. Enjoy your party.
Man,
how were your girls
I wasn't going to diss Einziger and not go to his bachelor party. It's bad enough I'm not going to his wedding.
Right. It was a social etiquette thing.
Hey, you do what you have to do, Robin. And then my brother-in-law was over... when's the next
you didn't even invite your brother-in-law.
No, well, he wasn't available anyway. And I wouldn't invite him anyway. He's my wife's brother, and I'm not going to have him sitting there watching me watch girls.
He's a big damper on a party for you.
I wouldn't go.
You couldn't do that.
Because she said to me, yeah, it sounds like a pretty good party. I said, you'll never go.
You'll never know.
Yeah, that's just what I need. As far as I'm concerned, as far as you're concerned, me and your sister are what's happening.
Now, did Einziger get lap dances and stuff?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. You were loaded, weren't you?
I had a couple drinks.
You know what was weird? Yeah, never mind. No, this is a whole other story, but I get home like Saturday night. I was playing pool with my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
My kids were around and stuff. Emily and Deborah were watching. They like to rack the balls up and, do the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, all of a sudden I got in the mood for a beer, But I haven't had a beer in like 10 years.
Wow, that's interesting.
But I was in the mood to drink beer. So I go get 2 bottles of beer from the refrigerator. And me and my brother-in-law are shooting pool, having a beer, and all of a sudden, one of my daughters starts crying hysterically and screaming at me that I'm going to die. Because, you see, the schools fill them up with information about drugs.
Uh-huh.
And they told them that for every drink that you have, alcoholics, every time they have a drink, it takes an hour off their life. So my daughter was yelling and screaming at me, freaking out. Now I'm running through the house trying to calm her down. My other daughter, my youngest daughter, starts crying because she thinks I'm going to die from the beer. And she doesn't want me to die. And then my other one was like, you better stop drinking. I don't care if you die because you're doing it to yourself. And I was just like, oh, my God. I had the worst beer of my life.
You didn't even have a drink.
No, I said, kids, if Daddy had drinks all the time, you guys wouldn't even be thinking about this. I said, if I have one beer...
This doesn't mean Daddy's going to be a lush.
Yeah, I said, yeah, and they were like, well, this is the start of it. And I said, I'm 41 years old. You don't start being a drunk at 41.
So they think one drink and you're drunk.
Yeah.
You're drunk.
And it was it was horrible.
Do they know about Uncle Jackie?
Yeah, I know. It was just really bad.
Welcome, sing along. It goes just like this. It
was unbelievable. I just wanted to drink a beer. And then hold it, stop for a second. And then because I have such an austere lifestyle, like I won't even eat nuts.
Yeah.
I had some pistachio nuts. You know how beer and nuts go together? So I'm eating some, and then my daughter starts screaming at me, you're showing off for Uncle Bruce. You're eating nuts and drinking beer.
Well, they have a point.
And it was just like, I got to get over the scores.
Don't you think it's funny? Yeah. Don't you think it's really funny that your kids think you getting out of control with one beer and peanuts?
Yeah. I said they should go to Uncle Jackie's house. Yeah. Here's some pot, beer, loot.
They come home and say, Dad, loosen up.
Yeah. Peanuts. Peanuts and cashews.
Loosen up like a dude, Dad.
Yeah.
Be like Uncle Jack.
Yeah, I was trying to explain to the kids that I'm a very controlled person. That's why they're... And even my wife was trying to say to them, Dad's just trying to unwind. One beer, I was getting yelled at. It turned into a fiasco.
Were you even able to finish the beer?
And then they accused me of chug-a-lugging it. Because I finished I was a half a bottle ahead of Uncle Bruce.
What kind of school is
I'll tell you one thing, though. That cold gold makes you old way before your prime.
The kids know it.
It really does. As Jackie sang in the legendary beer song. Cold gold makes you old way before your time. Cold gold makes you sleep right through your prime. Whiskey's for celebrating, beer just gives your body waiting, comes out of your ears before you're drunk. Yeah. Sit back, plug it by the quart, guzzle it by the gallon, till you start to snore and snort. Got a belly like you're pregnant. All right, go sleep.
You can't even keep up.
I can't even keep up with that dumb song. You gotta get loaded. There's no rhyme or reason to that song. He was loaded when he wrote it, and he was loaded when he sang it.
That's right.
All right, so anyway, that was, so we were over at the Scott Einziger bachelor party.
You know, I remember one
How do we get to go back? You know what, I don't want to be a glom to Lonnie.
How many times have we been there this year so far? Was this the second?
Yeah, but I want to go like every week.
The first thing he said to me when we walked in there, he put his arm around me and said, Jackie, what you guys do for this, what Howard does for this club is unbelievable. He says, you've got to come up with a reason for you guys to be here every week.
He's right.
That was him talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was Lonnie?
He said, it's your job, Jackie. Come up with some reason for you guys to be here every week.
bachelor party.
Yeah, but you see, it's not even so much coming for a reason for Lonnie. It's coming for a reason for our wives to accept that we can go to the
Oh,
bachelor.
well, you've never had a bachelor party. Fred's got a good one.
Jackie never had a bachelor party.
Neither did I.
Yeah, none of you have.
Well, I would love to have a bachelor party.
See, that's the thing.
Bachelor party.
Imagine if I was the bachelor and Jackie.
Yeah.
Two founding fathers.
Well, you don't have to do it all at once. You spread it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever the guys start complaining and stuff that me, Jackie, Fred, and Gary are having too good a time, we just say the words founding fathers. And that shuts everyone up. We're the founding fathers.
So you know what we should do? Here's an easier way to do it. Like Doug works on the E! Show, right? You can just say, Doug's getting married. He invited us to his wedding. You know, you tell your wife you're not even going to go. But, hey, we got to have a bachelor party for
All right,
Doug.
fine. Doug's bachelor party.
Yeah, nobody knows
we might not know him when he gets married.
You know what?
Right.
Every guy who comes in here, you have to have a bachelor party.
Every guy in the E! Crew's getting married.
It's true. Doug will eventually get married, and we probably won't even know him when he gets married.
My birthday next week.
And if we don't know him, how can we throw him a bachelor party?
Hey.
What?
From now on, only hire interns that are engaged.
All right, we got to take a break.
I wish you would go every week. Get this out of your system. I don't know how long.
How many
you
weeks
do
do you
it.
think it would take us to do that?
We want to do an experiment.
Bet
We never get bored.
that
We would never get bored.
You wouldn't go for more than...
What?
You wouldn't make 6 weeks.
You're right, I'd be dead. My head would explode.
My wife would kill me.
Let's test the theory.
Let's have a bachelor party for Scott Salem, and he can't go because his wife won't let him. There's one less
You
guy.
never got to have a bachelor party for Scott?
Right. And you know what's great about the girls? They don't even care why we're there. They don't even ask. They don't ask who's the bachelor. They don't ask anything.
Right. I pointed out Scott being the bachelor to 2 girls, and they're like, okay.
Right.
Who's
They
next?
never left
cares?
you. They stayed with you.
Yeah, who cares?
That's what was really funny, because usually when you go to a bachelor party, the girls come out and they go, okay, who's the groom and who's the best? They don't even care. I don't care.
Groom. Groom could be outside for all I care.
The truth of the matter is they don't even know why they're there. Like, they're there for you.
They're there for money.
They don't know it's a bachelor party.
So what's the deal on this girl from Playboy?
Well, you see in the letter at the last
It
paragraph.
doesn't say we can do anything to her. It just says that she wants to come
Well,
here.
the last paragraph of the letter said that they asked her what she wanted to do, and she said she would wants to do the Howard Stern show anytime.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we can do
That's
stuff.
all
You could get her on the phone and ask her what she would be willing to do.
Okay. Why don't we do that later in the show? Why don't you line her up? I can't make decisions.
I really wish you would go to Scores every week.
Oh, thank you, Robin. I wish I was married to you. You'd be a much easier wife.
Bolt the door.
It's my birthday.
Oh, shut up.
Come on, man.
Birthday. Homo. All right, let's take a
Birthday
break.
party.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
Listening
Yeah.
to the Howard Stern.
Rock me, baby.
Howard Stern.
See, now I'm coming to life. You see? I got some air coming in
You're
here.
feeling better because
You pump
of the
oxygen. You pump oxygen, you got a good show,
Why
baby.
don't you just keep a tank by you?
Yeah, I need an oxygen tank, like in Blue Velvet. What's his name?
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, he's cool. I like Dennis Hopper. There are some people I like. Everyone thinks I'm just negative. You know who I like? I'm watching Superman last night, and I had to get to bed because Superman goes on at 8 o'clock. Terry Hatcher was wearing a powder blue miniskirt and matching ensemble outfit, like a business suit.
All they do now with her.
Oh, she hot.
her during the show.
She must have dropped at least 5 or 10 pounds. Her legs are super thin. I'm sitting there watching Lois and Clark,
There's no storyline anymore.
I could care less. There's something about red kryptonite. God, she's so... I'm like, why does God make her so beautiful? I started getting religious. I started to believe there was a God there was a plan. Then I was thinking about some of those girls who danced at Scott Einziger's bachelor party. Mm-hmm. They're as good looking as her.
Oh, yeah.
So why is she on TV and not at Scores?
I don't know. How come Dion from Scores isn't on TV? I'm getting her a show. I already got a promise of that. I promised a lot of girls shows. Come on, baby, give me 5 more minutes, and I'm telling you, you got your own show.
I can't believe you didn't invite her up here to show me, what your new girlfriend looks like.
A lot of the girls don't like to come on TV.
Is that right?
Yeah, they have other jobs and stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No.
Like what?
I don't know, teaching school. Super, those girls. Super girl. I'm gonna just get them TV shows, all of them. There's one blonde there. I'm gonna get a TV show.
Yeah, who was the big blonde?
Is her name Judy? Yeah. Billy knows all their names.
Oh, yeah.
Billy is the kind of guy who, if he were into Playboy, he'd know all the names and the dates and statistics.
Because I go to Billy. There's this big blonde man who was dancing for me. She was really hot, and Billy goes, "Oh, Judy."
Don't dance with Judy.
He tries to get personal with all the girls.
I always see Billy in the bathroom with these things.
What's he doing in the
I don't know. I only go to the bathroom once. I was leaving. 2 o'clock came. I had to go. And Billy's in the bathroom. Every time I leave, Billy's always in the bathroom. What are you doing in there?
Going to the bathroom.
Really? What do you drink? Tons of water or something?
Yes.
Yeah?
Cleaning up.
Cleaning up.
He doesn't know what else to do. He's just throwing down that water.
I don't know. And Billy's like always startled when I walk in. He's always like at the sink cleaning up.
Yeah.
He's always washing. And
it is home of the sweet accident.
Yeah.
Scores.
Okay, AC. Yeah.
Oh, did you hear stories?
No, I don't know what. I don't ask questions in there. I don't want to know.
Did you hear stories? I didn't ask you what stories you heard.
No, I didn't hear any stories about AC. No, really, I didn't. I would tell you.
Why did you say his name just?
Because we saw him in the newspaper when he was at Scores.
But Billy's move is, I think he tries to personalize his
experience
moments with the girls.
Yeah.
He gets names and, talks about their lives.
Yeah, Billy gets a whole profile. He goes, "Oh, you mean Judy?"
You mean Anne-Marie?
Yeah, Anne-Marie. I knew Anne-Marie.
She was my primary caregiver that day.
See, I only had one dance from Anne-Marie. She didn't do it for me.
Was Billy's Colombian girl there?
No, this one was close.
Billy's a weird dude. Billy attaches himself to one girl. It's a strip club. He attaches himself to one girl and then doesn't let go.
Yeah, but I broke my rule.
He's like married at the strip club.
No, I broke my rule at the end and ran out of money for that reason.
I told the girls I wanted one girl at a time. They tried to do that double team thing. I have the whole bachelor party thing worked out.
See, Billy still doesn't know how to manage his money. That's what he's saying.
Right.
If he sticks with one girl, it lasts him the entire time he's there.
I love you.
But if he goes to too many girls, he runs out of money.
Ralph gave me the proper way, the proper strip club etiquette now.
Okay, what is that?
You go up to the girl and you say, I like you. I want 3 dances uninterrupted. How much is that? And you lay out like $60, and then if she does a real good job, you give her an extra couple of bucks.
That's a tip.
Yeah.
So she knows she's done at the end of 3.
Yeah, and then you can renew your contract.
That's
See?
You can re-up.
And you say, just go for 3 dances.
So, in other words, the other guys are still shelling out way too much cash.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know when one song ends.
I shell out way too much cash because I'm expected to. And plus, it's not my money anyway.
Right.
It's funny money.
You owe me for a dance?
How much did you guys get this time?
Oh, it was frightening. Gary was walking around, Howard,
They
with
printed
a wad
up.
of bills.
I know.
They could literally choke a horse. It was great.
Lonnie came up to me and said, "Howard, I just want you to know something. You cannot run out of money." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You just cannot. If you need more, you tell me. You cannot run out of money." Guy knows how to handle me.
Amazing.
So I'm like a big spender, and, everyone loves me. So then I go home. I need to get back there today.
Then why does Billy run out of money?
Well, Billy, I don't know. I don't know what his problem is. I think Billy just sees a beautiful woman and just gives her all the money.
Here's my money.
I don't know where one song ends and where one begins. And
I can't tell that either.
Owing for a dance, and she's standing around. I go, "Hey, you hanging out, huh?" She goes, "You owe me for a dance?"
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Big spender.
You can tell when they end.
Imagine if it was Billy's own money.
Well, they gave us $10,000 when we walked in and finally, right?
Right.
And that lasted a really long time. And then it got to be like, the guys, like I said, I think were at economizing their money.
Right.
So then we finished at $10,000 after about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And Lonnie gave us...
Yeah.
And then Lonnie gave us another $7,500.
Right.
Right. And I had a lot of that. And then you left, and I still probably had about $4,000 or $5,000 left. And I was like giving money to guys that didn't even need it. I go, you need money? No, well, here, take another.
He went home with funny money.
Well, you could have given some money back to Lonnie. It would have been nice.
I was going to. He didn't want it back.
No, I should have
Give it to
stayed.
the guys.
I had to rush home because my wife invited people for dinner.
People went home with funny money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, what is this? Because Ralph says, I think they left with some funny money. Great.
Help it.